the blind today at the south blind, and just had a little doe in, probably a year and a half old doe, and a squirrel. So not much action. I did have a buck earlier. I didn't get any video of that, but we're out at the ranch today. A couple of days off and out hunting. Got some good stuff on the camera. Actually got a bull elk that is still growing. He needs about 3 to 4 more weeks before I would shoot him, probably 4 weeks. But he's got at least, I can count at least 5 points, but he's only coming at night. And then I think he's the same one I got some film of about 3 months ago. And the smaller of the two bulls I was hunting last year. Last year he was a 4x5, I believe. This year I hope he's going to be a 6x6. We'll see what happens with him. But the bigger bull, I don't know where he's at. I haven't seen him since last January on camera. But if he lived, if he has a gunshot, he'll be a big bull. I hope he comes around. Then also have last year I had a fallow buck that was showing up, a few fallow bucks. The biggest of the ones only came at night, so I was trying to hunt him at night. And he's showing up again. So it probably needs another 2 to 3 weeks before I would shoot him. So I'm not going to sit out here at night to wait for him. But and then we also got pigs coming all the time anyway. So, and then big old axis buck right there, man. That's a huge buck. And I wish I was there sitting in the blind when it happened. And then last night, another big axis buck, not as big as that other one, but last night I should have been here, but I didn't. I pulled in about probably 11 o'clock last night. Didn't have any time to hunt in the stand last night, but hopefully they're going to show up today. I've heard early this morning, as the sun was coming up, heard axis bucks bellowing pretty close to here, maybe 100 yards away. So I know they're around us. It's just they're very unpredictable. So anyway, stay tuned for a great hunt. This is Indian Creek Bowhunting Journal.
For the Lord is God, and He created the heavens and earth, and put everything in place. I am the Lord, He says, and there is no other. Let all the world look to me for salvation, for I am God. There is no other.
So fast forward several weeks to July 4th week, and I had a few days off that week and decided to go out to the cabin and do a little hunting and cutting of cedar. And so part of the problem when I go out there sight unseen is these axis deer have been moving on my property quite a bit, and when I go out I tend to spook them, and then it ruins my 2 days of hunts. So I decided I would just hunt from the cabin. I actually moved the cabin feeder about 35 yards from the cabin so I could hunt with my bow, and also maybe try to shoot some pigs at night. So I wake up in the morning and the axis deer were actually bedding out there pretty close to the feeder, when I spotted him, and so I just sat and waited as the sun was coming up. Took a long time for a buck to show himself, but eventually he showed. I also didn't realize how overpowering my air conditioning is, so sorry about that, but all you're going to hear is pretty much the hum of my air conditioner. In the heat of the moment, I ranged that bush in front of him, and it was 71 yards, and I figure he was maybe a yard behind that, so I put the 70-yard pin about midway. And when I went down there to check, where he was standing was about 5 yards further than that. Also, the wind drift got me quite a bit on that, more than I thought. So now that he is walking away, time to change tactics and pull out the rifle.
Yeah, just check the video. He was quartering pretty hard. You could tell that when I shot him, and it looks like it went right up in the vitals. He did a good kick, and he was hurt. You could tell he was hurting bad when he ran off. So I'm going to give him an hour or better, and then hopefully we'll find that buck. Alright, it's been about an hour and a half since I shot that buck. You could tell from the video I hit him pretty hard. He would have been right. He would have been right about here. You can see where he probably took off from right here. So you can see when he got hit, he was hanging his head low like he was hit pretty hard. He was quartering away hard, so I'm pretty sure I got the vitals. I don't see any blood immediately, but that's probably going to be normal because I don't think that bullet exited. Had a lot of body to go through, and I'm only shooting a 243. I didn't bring my 30-06. I usually just bring my Thompson Center Encore just for backup. And let's go down. I'll see if I can find some blood, but I think I'm going to put the camera down because if he gets up, I'm going to hit him again. I got to be ready. I turn the camera off. I get on the road to start walking down there. And boom, there he is. He didn't even go 40 yards, maybe at the most. Let's go get him. All right, will you look at this? This is only my second mature axis buck. And he was quartering hard away, and I hit him right in the heart. Man, it pounded him right in the heart. That's why he didn't go but 40 yards. And I think this buck is bigger than the one I shot last last fall. Right, like it was like either the day of, I think it was the day of opening day of whitetail season. He's not huge. He's not like that big one I've been seeing coming around. So we're gonna still hunt, and maybe I can get that huge one. That would be awesome. But this guy is definitely respectable. He's a mature buck. He's got a little kicker here. I'd call that a point. So a 3x4 or a 7-pointer. Normally there's like 6. I'm not against shooting them with a rifle,
I decided a couple of years ago that I was going to start carrying my rifle wherever I was hunting in the off season, as far as whitetail go, because these are open year round. Because they're very finicky, especially these bucks. They just don't come into feeders. And another problem I was having is whenever I go out to my blind in the morning, I usually hunt the south blind or the middle blind. And when I go out in the morning, these deer are bedded out here, and I spook them about probably 25–30% of the time. I spook them, and then my 2 days off is ruined as far as hunting these go, because they don't come in to feeders then, because they know you're around. So I decided I was going to move the cabin feeder closer to the cabin, and about 35 yards away, so I could hunt them even at night. I have a light out there at night, and then I got I just bought a little sensor so that it beeps when there's a deer in front of it, so it wakes me up in the middle of the night. So I was kind of hunting last night too. I'm pretty tired because all them whitetail are coming all the time. But this guy showed up in the morning. The axis deer were actually bedding out in the flat, and I didn't see it. So if I would have got up in the morning and went to the normal blind I go to, I would have spooked them. My whole July 4th week for hunting these things would have been over. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that hunting. This is Indian Creek Bow Hunting Journal. Thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and you'll get notification of future videos that come out. So thanks for watching.